Good morning. Welcome to 365 Days of Richer Living, daily morning reading, meditation, and prayer time. My name is Reverend Rafe Ellis, and I am the Senior Minister at Columbia Center for Spiritual Living in Columbia, Maryland. Today is March 8th. I speak the truth of God. And our scriptural verse this morning comes from Proverbs chapter 12, verses 17 through 19. He that speaketh truth showeth forth righteousness. The lip of truth shall be established forever. And so our reading begins. We all wish to speak the truth, but have we realized that every time we make a claim about ourselves that is different from the claim we would make about God, we are falling into the error of denying the divine presence in our experience. God is truth, and truth is God. We also are included in this divine and perfect unity. Therefore, every claim we make about God, the living Spirit, should equally be made about ourselves, because we live and move and have our being in this infinite truth or presence. To say that we are poor or sick or weak or unhappy is to deny God. God is not poor. God is not sick. God is not weak. God is not unhappy. We must then make every endeavor in simplicity and in truth to identify our personal lives with the one life which forevermore proclaims, I am that I am, or I am, and that, and this, and everything else, I also am. There is nothing separate from this one I am. Today I say to myself, I am one with the truth of God. I speak this truth and proclaim it to be the reality of my experience in what I call little and in what I call big. In the simplest and most complex things, I recognize the one truth, changeless, permanent, and eternally manifesting itself. Therefore, I know the truth about myself. I know the truth about everything I do. I know the truth about everyone I meet. I know the truth about every situation I find myself in. This truth is not only perfection, it is also power. It is not only the presence, it is also action. Therefore, the truth and the power and the presence and the action of the living Spirit flow through everything I do, say, and think. I do know the truth, and the truth I know frees me and keeps me free. So let's take that into our time of silent meditation. So with this breath, I recognize one infinite power that is fully present everywhere, that is the I am, that everything is created out of. Everything. So there is no secondary power. There is no greater power. There is no lesser power. There is simply this one power. It is the ground of, the essence of, the foundation of all creation. It is that which existed before anything in this physical realm was created, because it existed as that which physical was created out of. It is that which the energy, the essence, the life of the physical returns to, and the physical is no longer serving what inhabits it. This physical body is an inhabitation zone. It is a neighborhood of the infinite. It is a residence of the infinite. That is who and what this physical body of me is. The me that is a physical incarnation of this power, this presence, this one. Intentionally choosing to expand its experience of itself as this thing I call my life. And what is true of me is true of all. And so each individualized expression of this one power, this one presence, is it in form. And so the love that it is lives, moves, and has its being in all of its creation. The wisdom that it is lives, moves, and has its beingness in all of its creation. The peace that it is lives, moves, and has its being in every element, every expression of its creation. It can be no other way. I completely dispel this idea that something can be created out of something and fail to contain it. And so in that, I know that the inner me, the essence of me, is God itself. And even in the name of God, I recognize that language limits the fullness of this changeless energy, this changeless beingness that is the truth of my being. And so today I consciously choose to see God in everything I think, do, and say. To see God in everything everyone else thinks, does, and says. Recognizing that the proof, the demonstration, the manifestation goes beyond my ability to talk about this thing, but rather to embody it. Embodiment from a place of awareness, because it's already in my body. It is my body. But I embody the truth of my being, the truth of all beingness in my awareness. And I live it in a way today that is recognizable, that is experiential. more than seeing God when I look at everything else. When everything else looks at me, they feel God. They feel the connection of that presence and power that we each are, that we share, and that all is lifted up. That in that moment, every struggle, every discomfort is resolved as there is an experience of the unity, of the oneness, of the wholeness that is the truth of all being. Grateful. Grateful to feel the shift to a gratitude that knows, to a gratitude that moves beyond wishful thinking to one of reception, to one that knows that it knows that the desire of the heart is already fully present, fully realized, simply waiting to be received. So I receive, I receive, I receive. And from this gratitude, I release my word into that activity of fulfillment that in this moment I recognize as law of creation, that can never operate against itself, and so it simply says yes to every request, every desire of the heart of its own being. It says yes. Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amen. Amen. And so it is.